Hey, what is up guys? Coder here doing my weekly update video. So yeah, like a lot of things have been going on. I've had my one-day games that I wanted to make, and then I started fixing out my language, and then I started working on my new zombie game prototype and my new schedule for next week, which I'm gonna have to figure that out. So yeah, first let's talk about the one-day games that I wanted to do. I wanted to make one game per day, and this was the first day I was working on this project right here. Hasn't got any audio in it, but basically there's a few levels. There's supposed to be about 12, but I made only about 4, I think. Just a simple little game. It's supposed to be an alien invasion, but I haven't made like all the aliens yet. So yeah, and then this is like one of the alien creatures, which doesn't do anything right now, but I was gonna figure that out, but you know, one day you don't really have that much time to do everything. So yeah, you get assassinated, you restart if you go out of bounds in any way, even up. I don't think this area even lets me go up, unless it does, like that. So yeah, this was made using the Shadow language and compiled into GameMaker code. So I was doing that, did that, and then the next day I went back to my language because I just have this thing where I'm obsessed with it. I just want to keep working on it. So that kind of took over for a couple of days, and then you know, I was working on a bunch of stuff, and I fixed some stuff up, and then I decided I want to implement source carrying. What is source carrying? Well, it basically means that the program is going to try to detect everything that's being carried around in every variable name and everything in functions, and it's useful because then the compiler can intelligently decide how to treat every part of your code. So I guess I should give an example. Right now in my language I have multiple returns, so a function can return multiple values just like that. And the problem is I want to have two types of operations. If you say a b is equal to 20, both will equate to 20. But if you say a and b is equal to some double returning function, then a and b will be different values. But if you go a and b some single returning function, then a and b will be the same value. And how is it going to do that? It's going to go scan in there in the function. And not just that, but that's just one of the things. So source carrying is supposed to scan everything for everything that's being done, everything that returns what, everything that takes which kind of variables. It's like a super intelligent scan that I kind of want to implement. Needless to say, it's tough to make happen, but yeah, I've been working on it. And then this is random stuff for the Misty Woods. That's the zombie game that I'm working on right now. Let me just clear these out because it's going to cause errors. Okay, cool. So what else? Let's see. I guess that's it about my language. I mean, I've been working on a bunch of stuff with it. It's just crazy. I mean, operations that I've been doing with it. You know, some of you may know how in my language you can say a to the power of 3, and it's going to basically take that and multiply to the power of that, and you know, automatically apply that to the variable, but then also you have arrays, and arrays are treated specially because they're not actually arrays in GameMaker, they're lists. So, you know, when you put that in GameMaker, it'd be like, yes, list replace, A0, yes, list find value, blah, 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 to the power of, which would be the power function. Whatever, I don't know. Item exponent, right? Blah blah blah, bunch of, you know, crazy stuff that I have to program into it, right? Which you know, obviously it's not easy because there's so many scenarios, and then you have, you know, a dot a is equal to the power of 7. You have to say, okay, that is equal to the power of a dot a 7, something along those lines. So it has to convert all of these seamlessly, so you don't actually have to know about this. It's kind of the back end. That's what I've been kind of messing around with all these kind of different operations. It's a lot of stuff that I have to figure out. So yeah. Anyways, then let's talk about my new zombie game prototype. So yeah, I just made like 3 sprites, and I made like a little looping world, added a bunch of music and stuff, and one sound effect. You walk, so it's supposed to be like day and night cycle. I don't think you can see it here though. It's gonna take way too long for that to become nighttime. Okay, I better just change it real quick. Change my code over here. Let's make it minutes. How many minutes? How about 0.2 of a minute? How much is that? It's like 12 seconds. Every 12 seconds, day, night, day, night, day, night. Okay, that's what we want. So I'm gonna compile that. Okay, I'm gonna close this one because I don't want to mix that up. Delete that. Put that in. Let's see if we got that going on. Okay, nighttime. But obviously I want to have like a little light area. And then daytime. And obviously nighttime again. So it's gonna be a day and night cycle. And it's gonna be like a few areas to explore. And then, you know, you shoot a bunch of zombies at night. Right? I'll show you a little bit about it. So you walk around and stuff, and you explore like an area, and there's a bunch of stuff that happens, you know, like I want to add like events and everything. And then every night, zombies come around to get you. Oh, here we go. So yeah, as you can see, it's a looping world. If you walk in either direction, you'll come back to the place where you came from. I'm going to show one more time. It just loops forever, basically. It's a looping world. It loops forever in every direction. So yeah, there it is. It's not too big. It's a pretty small world because, you know, I don't want to make a big game right now. I'm just trying to keep it down, keep the scale down. Trying to make a small little world. Maybe I'll make a big one in the future, but I don't know about that. I did not know about that. So anyways, there's gonna be every night. Okay, so there's obviously daylight songs that happen in here, and then when night falls, this is what you hear, kind of thing. A bunch of zombies, you know? Zombies coming around. And yeah, I mean, I'm kind of just like working on the day and night cycle and how to implement of like the transition and everything and how long each will last. So you're gonna hear that sound. It's gonna say like night 1, night 2, night 3. It's gonna be like a bunch of nights, crazy zombies everywhere. And then you're gonna have like a few songs as well, like this one. They're gonna stop playing. And you're gonna have to fight out each wave, right? And then as the night goes on, the nights go on, the enemies get stronger, and like there's new zombie types and all these kind of things that happen. I wanna have like 40 nights kind of thing that things go on, but like I wanna have like an infinite kind of nights as well. So if you wanna go past 40 nights, I wanna make that a thing. I wanna make it so that you can go infinite nights, but I don't know exactly how I'm gonna implement that. So, and then there's gonna be a bunch of weapons you can loot and like stuff you can do, and I want to make it like survival, like you like eat a bunch of stuff and like fruits and like you get water and whatever. And maybe because I don't know, maybe I'm thinking about adding an inventory system, but I feel like that should be done after I've first released an early like test everything like version, and then I'll think about it. But of course these plans could change. Yeah, that's the basic plan. And you know, each day and night is gonna be like day. I want to make a day 2-minute long, and that's just for like getting a bunch of supplies and stuff. And then nighttime, I want that to be like longer if there is like a lot of zombies. So I'm gonna tweak that around. I don't know how I'm gonna exactly do it, but anyways, yeah, that's basically the zombie game prototype that I'm messing around with. And then there's the new weekly schedule. So I've been thinking about making it 3 days on programming complicated like stuff like my language in JavaScript or stuff like that, and then the other 3 days I work on some game or something. But obviously that could change. I don't know what I'm gonna do exactly. I'm still trying to figure it out. But yeah, that's the update, guys. Thanks for watching. Stick around for more, and peace.